everybody, it's old Shazizz here. I'm out here in my mad science laboratory. I want to talk to you about my friend, Kultas from Australia. There's a lot of people in this world who complain about that we need cleaner energy. We need free energy. They spend a lot of time complaining. They spend a lot of time protesting and all that kind of stuff, but they don't spend a lot of time doing the actual work, the research that it takes to try to find such clean energy or free energy, green energy, whatever you want to call it. There's a lot of really good researchers out here in this world that are basically looking for just that, you know. And so, you know, it's my belief that if you trust a researcher and you believe in them, you should try to back them up as much as you possibly can, no matter what side of the world they come from. Now, my friend Kultas, he's a wonderful guy. He's helped out a lot of folks, and I've known him for quite a long time, and he's done a lot of good alternative energy research. He's one of the members of the Knights of the Round Table on shazizzradio.com, and if you haven't seen that or listened to that radio show anytime recently, you ought to go and listen and see what it is that we're working on. Anyway, like I was saying, there's a lot of folks out there that they complain about everything. You know, they want electric cars, they want cleaner fuel, but they don't want to back the researchers that are out here actually looking for these solutions, answers to the problems out there. Me personally, I've got a whole different view on the whole scene because I believe Mother Nature's in charge of it all, and I think that we're probably not going to ever be able to do anything that's going to defeat Mother Nature. Now, tampering, that's one thing, but either way, I don't want to get off into a rant. Everybody who knows me knows that I can do that in a heartbeat. But my buddy Kultas, he's a really good researcher. He's traveled a long ways over here to the United States, you know, and he'd like to try to stay a little bit longer. And so they're going to put up a GoFundMe account out there to try to help him with some expenses and stuff like that while he's over here, and meeting up with other researchers here in the United States. And you know, he's hoping to maybe even try to immigrate here and get a legal status and all that kind of stuff, you know, and become an American citizen over here and work with me and a bunch of other individuals on this side of the world with alternative energy research. You know, it's kind of a shame when you talk about immigration and borders and all that kind of stuff, because it's my firm belief that if a man wants to go to America, he should just be able to go to America. You know, you want to go to Australia, you should just be able to go. You know, there shouldn't be no borders amongst humans, but you know, that's the society we find ourselves in. And you know, you can climb under the fence and over the fence and all that kind of stuff, and you can go in via the illegal way, and chances of becoming a citizen are a whole lot better these days. But good individuals such as my buddy Kultas over there, you know, he's Desert Experiment here on YouTube, and he does a lot of really good work, and it helps out a lot of folks. And you know, what more can I say about him? He's just a really nice guy. You know, all of us got a wild side, but anyway, you know, folks, if you believe in an alternative energy researcher out there, if you really truly believe in we need to find cleaner fuel, become self-contained, off the grid, that kind of stuff. If you find a researcher out there that you truly believe in, do all you can to back them up. You look around my lab, you see all kinds of nifty gizmos. All of it's recycled stuff that was dug out of the dump, with the exception of this old plasma reactor over here that I've been working on that had a lot of problems with because of leaks and such. But I'm a true believer in plasma technology, and I'm not going to give up on this design right here. I'm just going to remodify it and get it to work a lot better than what it did before. It wasn't a total failure, but you know, it's got cracks, it's got leaks, you know, and I've in the process of everything going the way that it did, I figured out better ways that I can make it even more powerful. You know, right now I've put a couple videos out about this specific coil right here that is basically a Tesla coil within a Tesla coil, and I got a lot of good hopes for that. It has a lot of amazing potential. But like I said, all this stuff, for the most part, you know, with whatever that I wasn't able to purchase, it was all recycled stuff. So I've you know, never asked anybody for any funding or anything like that. I just figure if I can't do it myself, then the average Joe ain't going to be able to do it either, you know. And so I look for all the loopholes in the already existing appliances that we have, so that I can try to you know, find ways to make them either more efficient or ways to run them off the grid itself, and you know, reduce the so-called carbon footprint. Everybody who knows me knows how I feel about that. You know, I could argue the science over and over and over again, but you know, 97% of all climate scientists agree. And you know, wherever you take a poll, you know, if you go take a poll on the Republican side, you're going to hear that the Republicans are better. If you go take a poll over on the Democrat side, you're going to hear that the Democrats are better, so on and so forth. So, you know, it's all a bunch of words and games and manipulation, no matter how you look at it. But the fact remains is that these folks out here that are doing this alternative energy research, they're not getting any support for the most part. They're getting criticized and walked on, and you know, nobody's paying attention. You know, if you're going to complain about a hydrogen car, you know, oh, it won't work for this reason or that reason, well, then step in there and use your mechanical mind to fix that problem, why it won't work, to add something to it. And that's what my buddy Kultas does. He steps in a project, he looks at it, you know, he says, well, you know, as I'm looking over this system, I see that there could be some benefits to changing this part right here. And so that's how two brilliant minds work together, you know. And we got folks on my Mad Science radio show on Saturdays, 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. Central Time. I wish my viewers here on YouTube would come over and listen in and join in the conversation, because we're talking about alternative energy. Had my buddy Russ from RWG Research, he came on there, and Dieting out there, he came on, and you know, it's all about getting everybody together to put all this information together. But anyway, I just want to put this video out to tell you about my friend Kultas. You know, he's an amazing guy. He came all the way from Australia. He's been here in my lab, and we tinkered around with a few projects and stuff, and I'm hoping to spend a little bit more time with him and come out with some advancements that we can share with the world community. So, you know, this is what the whole deal is about. And, you know, there's a lot of companies out there that have amazing labs. There's a lot of corporations out there that have amazing labs. There's government entities that have amazing labs. And why they can't solve things that we've solved, you know, by ourselves as individuals out here in the alternative energy community, you know, is beyond me. You know, we don't have time to sit around bickering. As you know, if you talk about you know, the whole global warming / climate change debacle there, then if you really seriously believe in the 97% of climatologists that couldn't distinguish between a firecracker and a paper bag, then you know, that's cool. You still have the problem. If it's a real deal, then you need to do something about it. You need to find clean energy. You need to find alternative energy sources. You need to make advancements towards bettering humanity. And I believe that that's what my buddy Kultas has got in mind, and that's why he's doing what he's doing. That's why I'm doing what I'm doing, and Russ and Dieting, and my buddy Mitko over there, he's in Bulgaria. I got friends over in Spain, Dublin's over there, and we just got people all over the globe, and if you come in and listen to the Nights of the Round Table, you can join in with us on request for free energy. And the Bad Science show on Saturdays. See, Sunday's a 3-hour show. It's on the Nights of the Round Table, which my buddy Kultas, he's been super helpful in that whole deal. He hosts the calls while I host the radio shows, and we get a lot of good conversations going on, talking about all different technologies out there, and we don't overlook any technology, and we don't discriminate against any technology. We just want to take all the pieces of the puzzle and put them together to better humanity and make our world a better place. I'd like to hang out with my buddy Kultas a little bit longer. The way things are looking, if his finances don't change, he's probably going to end up going back to Australia, and who knows when the next time he'd be able to make it back over this way. And the immigration laws are such that it's just you can come over here on a vacation visa or something like that, and then every 3 months you have to or every so many months or whatever, I'm not exactly sure, you got to up and leave and then come back a week later or whatever. Where we got other folks crawling over the fence and under the fence to come out here and stay for years, and it's not that big of a deal. If it was up to me, there wouldn't be no fences, wouldn't be no borders, but these are the laws we find ourselves in, and this particular individual right here came all the way from Australia to try to work with some scientists and alternative energy researchers on this side of the globe, and I think we should accommodate him the best we possibly can. So with that said, I'll go ahead and shorten this video up, and stay tuned to Shazizz Mad Science, and go over and check out my buddy Kultas Desert Experimenter. All the links are in my About section to all the different researchers, and there's a whole lot more than that. If you go on Shazizz Radio, there's a lot of links to researchers and alternative energy communities and alternative radio networks and such. So with that said, peace and love, folks. If you believe in someone out there, try to help them out the best you can. If if it's just something as simple as a smile or a good word of encouragement, that's all we need to make this thing happen. And as far as the governments and the corporations and all that, they've got their own personal agendas, and their finances are a whole lot better than these alternative energy researchers out there. And for you knuckleheads out there who are trying to scam individuals, you need to just stop it. You're not doing nothing to help society out. I said this to an individual who put a video out here recently. I said, the world that you create is the world that your family's going to have to live in as well. So if you continuously spread propaganda and lies and hate around the world, then that's the kind of world your children are going to grow up in. Your future generations are going to have to live and deal with the actions that you just thought was funny and figured you'd kick it out there, So, with that said, it's up to we the people to make a difference in this world. You got to stand up for what's truthful. You got to stand up for justice. You got to stand up for one another. And if there's any way that you can help each other out, or somebody that you truly believe in is trying to be a good person and do the right thing, my goal here is, like I said so many times, to ensure that nobody ever has to pay an electric bill ever again. I believe this man right here had the answer, and so I'm pouring over all of his patents and his secrets, and I'm working them out with some of my ideas as well, and a lot of the researchers that I come in contact with give me some information, and together we put all those pieces of the puzzle together, and we're going to do it. We're going to do it. We could speed this process up if we had researchers all over the world coming together and jumping on this wagon here with us, and making this thing happen a lot quicker, But these knuckleheads that are out there that are continuously spreading lies and propaganda and trying to scam somebody into a free energy device or free energy plans, trying to sell them something. Isn't one of us out here trying to sell anybody anything? The good researchers aren't trying to sell anybody anything. All we're trying to do is to do some research, share the information with the world, and maybe my research will benefit you in your research, and then we'll get this so-called energy crisis under control. No reason for wars if there ain't nobody fighting over oil. No reason for people being sick or selling drugs. If ain't nobody sick, you can't sell drugs. If ain't nobody fighting, you can't sell bullets, so on and so forth. That's common sense. Now, all sides should be able to agree on that. But, you know, it is what it is. So, with that said, peace and love. Give me the thumbs up. Help me spread this message around for my buddy Kultas and, you know, all the other energy researchers out there. You know, keep up the good work. Come over and join in with us in our virtual labs as soon as we get that kicking. So with that said, peace and love, everybody. Take care.